Hey, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Marketing Insights. And today we're going to be talking about crypto marketing insights, as we do so often here on this channel, talking about crypto, the blockchain, and its impact on marketing. And we hope that everybody in the lounge can hear us well, see us well, and that everybody in the old YouTube, you can see us well. Fantastic. Hopefully you can. And yeah, so welcome. And remember, folks, this show is for entertainment purposes only, and I guess educational as well. Because why not? You may as well learn something. And this is really all just my opinions about marketing and about its impact on blockchain and crypto. This is obviously not financial advice, and I am definitely not a financial advisor. Do your own research, and especially don't listen to people on YouTube for financial advice. Never invest more than you can afford to lose in anything you invest. And again, I don't talk about that stuff. So that's your disclaimer, just to let you know you're not listening to an investment show. This is a show about marketing. Yeah, and crypto. So, Nike, as you may have heard, Nike is running wild with a new coin that they're calling CryptoKicks. How original is that? Nike has filed for a patent to launch the CryptoKicks cryptocurrency. And the stated purpose of the cryptocurrency is essentially, as outlined by the document, to provide, quote, financial services, namely providing a digital currency or digital token for use by members of an online community via a global computer network. Now, what does that mean exactly? Well, according to the story here on the Bitcoinist, links to everything I'm talking about down below in the description. According to this, the trademark attorney Josh Gerben explained, quote, there has been a somewhat of a business idea behind it. If you submit things just for the purpose of submitting things, it will tie up the trademark system unnecessarily. Nike does not have a history of filing that are speculative. Right. So, given that Nike is reserving the word crypto kicks if they get it for a period of 4 years, at which point they would need to have a commercial product launched with that name in order to keep it, right? So you do have to use a commercially used trademark in order to get the rights to it. You can't just say, oh, I have a trademark on this thing because I'm inventing it today. You actually need to do something with that invention. Otherwise, someone else can claim it, right? If it's just sitting there unused and it would be a perfectly useful thing for someone else and it's not being used by whoever claims it, then after a given period of time, that goes away. And that's for good reason, because you want, competition in the marketplace not to be stifled by essentially name squatters. And if you watched my most recent video about the .zil unstoppable domains name squatting greenmail scam, you can see very clearly why it's bad for the industry. There is no shortage of people bragging on YouTube and other places about the number of domains they've bought that have company names. They will, of course, not be able to keep those domains, despite the fact that they have fantasies that because somehow the domain is on the blockchain, no one can ever take it down. Well, I have some bad news for those people. The law can take it from you. Whatever jurisdiction you're in, unless you're in, like, I don't know, someplace without laws very much. If you're in a relatively civilized country or state or anything, and laws apply to you, well, then you will not be able to keep those names you squat that are preciously owned by trademarks and are protected vociferously by trademark lawyers and the companies they represent. So if you bought, whatever name .sil, um, and it belongs to some trademark, your best bet is to be a good Samaritan and provide it to the trademark owner at no additional cost than the price you bought it at. There are plenty of other domains people can go and squat that are, clean, whatever, not clean, simple English words that aren't trademarked or trademarkable, that don't belong to anybody, or that are, at the very least, disputable, right? But again, you should not go and squat other people's names. That's just a general ethical thing. And the same comes true to these CryptoKicks. Why would they invent such a term? Well, are they squatting on the name CryptoKicks? Well, it's Nike. Nike does not have a habit of being an intellectual property domain name squatter or trademark name squatter. They make products and sell them. They give their products names in order to sell them better. The proof that they sell things well is pretty self-evident. All you have to do is, for example, look here at macro trends and take a look at the 39-year stock price history of Nike, and you can see that since about 1980, when the stock was launched in 79.80, when the stock was 7 cents a coin, right, pretty cheap. For anybody who trades Bitcoin, you'll know that Bitcoin was once 7 cents. Also, it was also less than a penny even. But yeah, you can see very clearly here that for the first, 20, 25, almost 30 years, they were climbing very, moderately, nicely, doing well. And then suddenly here in June 2009, when the stock market collapsed due to the housing bubble and everything else in the U.S., Nike took a little bit of a hit, but rebounded pretty sharply, and since then has experienced what is effectively a parabolic growth spike. Now, they did have a pretty massive retracement of part of that spike in November 15, and that lasted for a good 10 months. It's funny sometimes crypto people complain about the speed of markets, and here you had a 10 months, spike down from Nike. Not the end of the world, and they just continued on. You can see there they just punched ahead and went through to the very next thing. I don't know if you guys can see these charts, but here you can see these. There we go. Maybe you're seeing the charts better now. I hope you're seeing the charts better now. Yeah, not sure. Anyway, YouTube is very odd like that sometimes. But in any case, hopefully you can see the chart. If not, well, I hope you're at least seeing the thumbnail of the video that has the word CryptoKicks on it. But the point is, if you look at the Nike graph of 39 years and you pull it up on any old, pull it up on macrotrends.net or pull it up on wherever you pull up your stock prices, historical, the growth over the past 30-something years. And in the past 10 years, roughly the time that Bitcoin has existed, they have gone basically parabolic the whole time, except for about a year of it when they kind of dipped in 2015 to 2016. And that kind of growth is very clearly, it's not just bullish, right? It has to do with the way they market things, right? It's not just, the market made them grow big. Yeah, whatever. The market, Nike's a big corporation. 2008 happened and they grew, okay? But it wasn't just because of the economic downturn that the corporation grew. They put a lot of effort into their marketing to make themselves grow at a time when the rest of the country and the rest of the economy was under massive pressure. And they started growing like hell when everybody else was still struggling to survive, right? Extremely well. That's not even, I don't think that's even a question in anyone's mind, right? But it's fair to say, they are the world's largest apparel company. They started in just sports, running shoes, and now they are literally the world's biggest fashion company. like bar none, since many years. They sell more apparel, more fashion, more textile, and things you can wear on yourself than any other company on the planet, basically, as a brand, right? And therefore, when they say that they're kicking out these little crypto kicks, okay, while some people may look at this and laugh, a good hearty laugh, a well deserved good hearty laugh, I actually say, hang on, it's Nike. Maybe don't discount them out quite so quickly, right? Because for all you know, they're going to want to do this seriously. They're going to want to make this something big. And when I say big, I mean maybe just a big hype balloon, but a long lasting one, a multi year one, even. Why? Well, they have the money to fund multi year projects if they want to. And they certainly have the money to fund a cryptocurrency, which costs very little to make for a company of the size and scale and profitability of Nike, right? They can certainly afford to hire a few engineers, a few marketing people, and a few whatever else they need to make it happen. Right? There is no reason for them not to try it. I would say if they didn't try it, it would be weird that one of the world's biggest retailers, the world's biggest fashion brand, does not have its own crypto. Why? Well, because if a bunch of smaller fashion brands have their own crypto, why wouldn't the biggest one? Now, you could easily argue, and probably rightfully so, that they should just keep their blockchain on supply chain management side. And that's a perfectly valid argument, right? However, the marketing use case displays the data that if you want to make money in this space, the thing to do is to get a coin onto the market, test the water. 95% of the companies in crypto don't even have a product. And I'm talking about the ones actually listed on CoinMarketCap, right? For anybody who's new here, take a look at that site. You'll see most of the projects in the top 50 cryptos or even 100 cryptos, they don't have any real product. They just have a white paper and the promise of a product in the future. And that's pretty lame, but that's the reality. Whereas Nike can easily and instantly productize their blockchain, right? First of all, they can blockchain every single product they make physically, right? You could, there are other marketing use cases. They could put trackers in your shoe and reward you for mining for your geolocation data. Just like that XYO geo miner you might have heard about. That there's some company running ads. I think they're based in San Diego. And there's some, they're running ads for you can mine data basically by putting these little tags on all kinds of objects or pets or whatever, or even if you just walk around. And as you walk around, you're mining data and you effectively earn a kind of cryptocurrency. Well, there's no reason Nike couldn't do the exact same thing. They might even adopt that company's technology, for all you know, and just embed it in their shoes and their soles and their t-shirts and their jackets and their hoodies and whatever they sell, put little mining things in there. Because Nike customers, some portion of them are athletic or want to be, and they attempt to work out, right? So they move their bodies around and they go places. They do physical activity while wearing their Nike attire, and they could be mining data for Nike while they do that. Right? At the same time, even if they're not going to actually mine it in that way, Nike can present these things as part of the marketing pitch and part of the hype wave. And they can tell you it's going to do these 300 things, but in the end, when they release it, it just does these 3 things. We saw that happen with Samsung. Everybody assumed Samsung's phone would let you have, when they released the phone, the S10, they released it with the first ever, crypto wallet on a major manufacturer's smartphone. And it turns out it was really a very watered down version of what all the hype was, which was it's obviously going to have Bitcoin and Ethereum and all the basic cryptocurrencies on there. But no, it doesn't. Right? It doesn't have Bitcoin. It's very weird. Like Samsung doesn't have a Bitcoin wallet on their crypto wallet app. It's just, it's for all kinds of reasons, but it's very strange. So sometimes the marketing hype, is far greater than the actual product will be when it is released. And that's something you have to be careful about because that can really undercut your goals, right? If you overpromise and underdeliver, the audience will be disappointed and they're not likely to stick around to watch the movie, let alone come back for a sequel, right? So that is something to keep in mind when we're looking at, shoes on the blockchain, Nike on the blockchain. What is the point of having this? Or another thing they've spoken about, right, is to actually allow their cryptocurrency, right, to be developed along with software and hardware wallets, meaning you can store them on colder wallets, on cold wallets or on hot wallets, and also to allow it to be used in mobile apps that would provide, quote, provide access to crypto collectibles like CryptoKitties, like what, like sports things, crypto art, and application tokens. Now, crypto art? Since when is Nike into selling collectibles and art? And about crypto specifically. This part sounds like hype extreme, right? What the hell does Nike have to do with selling crypto art? Right? Or crypto collectibles? What are you going to do? Sell a tennis ball that some famous athlete used? Or a basketball shoe that some famous basketball player used? Because it's a Nike shoe? Is he going to sell it as crypto art because he signed it or something? Or it's a collectible because he signed it? So those are the kind of things you could see pop up in a brochure, right? Or a T-shirt, a limited edition T-shirt or hat or whatever, pair of shorts or whatever they sell, selling items that are essentially merchandise, right, as collectibles and as art somehow by slapping the Bitcoin logo on it or the Nike CryptoKicks logo on it. But that doesn't necessarily, first of all, make it art. Just by putting a logo on something does not necessarily make it art. And it doesn't have anything to do with their core values as a company. I mean, I get it. Nike, it's a lifestyle and the whole mindset of pushing yourself, doing further. But they need to step it up. No pun intended. Right? They need to go for this is a long run. It's a long uphill struggle, like to actually make a cryptocurrency that people will take seriously and not just laugh at as a marketing play, right? And I, again, give every bit of possibility to Nike's ability to make this happen. If any company is going to be able to market what appears to be a ridiculous cryptocurrency without a real genuine use case, Nike's going to be able to do that. Right? Somebody asked me, what does Nike have that Bitcoin doesn't have? How can they possibly make a coin and try to compete with Bitcoin? Well, what Nike has that Bitcoin doesn't have and never had and will never have is a marketing department full of marketing geniuses who are there to sell merchandise at a breakneck rate. I mean, it is extremely fast-paced for a apparel company. They sell massive amounts of apparel around the world every day, every month, every year, right? So if anyone knows how to move incredibly huge amounts of merchandise, it's Nike. So if anyone can figure out how to sell that merchandise and include crypto as part of the deal, it's Nike. It's not Apple. It's not Microsoft. It's Nike. Think about it. You're far more likely to buy a Nike product on any given month or year, or the average person is, I should say, than you are to buy an Apple product or a high-end computer product, because those things cost thousands of dollars. Nikes cost hundreds of dollars, and many things that they sell are much cheaper. T-shirts, shorts, caps, jackets, whatever. Right? They sell a bunch of things that are not hundreds of dollars or more. But if you're buying their shoes or anything fancier than that, you're spending hundreds of dollars there. Great. Now, what do you think are the odds that Nike can't market something with a cryptocurrency attached to it? I don't think that those odds are very high. The way that I see this, right, they could just as easily have given you a coupon or discount and kept the blockchain part on the supply management, the supply chain management side. Right? That is logical, right? Track all the inventory, don't lose stuff, have a record of ownership, have a lineage on products for people who are collectors about rare items, etc. Right? There's a lot of things you could do. And all of the sports art and everything else that they can sell. But that seems a little weird, the whole sports art thing. Again, because Nike is not a sports gallery. Maybe they will have a sports gallery, and I'm sure they can open whatever they want. When you have a lot of money, you can pretty much do whatever you want, right? But that doesn't mean that they're good at it. It doesn't mean that anyone will actually take it seriously. In order to be taken seriously, they would need to fund it and back it and actually put real money into it, which, again, they can do. Are they going to do that? Or is this just hype? What do you think? Let me know in the comments. I have a feeling that Nike is not foolish and that they know exactly how to market things. And if they want to make CryptoKicks last for years and years and years, it will cost them virtually nothing. And as long as they can keep up good marketing for it and just keep up interest in the topic, they can have a good long run with it. Again, pardon the pun. But yeah, that's going to do it. I'm going to talk about just that one topic today, Nike CryptoKicks. There's more to talk about in marketing insights and in crypto marketing insights. So, thanks again to everybody who's been listening or watching or commenting or anything else, engaging with my content. Love to hear what you think. And share your comments below and all that stuff. So, and like and subscribe and all the usual stuff that YouTubers ask you to do. Please do that here too, because